Ibrahim Abdullah lives with his family in the southeast of Beirut, an area left mostly unscathed after months of full-scale war. But today, he's heading to the southern border with Israel.
بس انه ثقيلة يعني الطلعة.
ماشي الحال، يلا بدنا نطل، شو بنضلنا ما نطلع على البيت؟
متوقع شو بدك تشوف؟
ماشي الحال، يلا بدك تدكيني من هلا؟ يلا.
Ibrahim is returning to his village where for generations his family has lived. It's a majority Shia Muslim town and is Hezbollah heartland.
Good to see you again.
I'm going with him to see what's left amid the rubble and to ask what's next for Lebanon. Southern Lebanon, in the wake of intense fighting between Hezbollah and Israel.
Now you can start seeing the houses destroyed. Look, okay. So this is the beginning.
Ibrahim's hometown, Qiyam, is about 5 kilometers from the border with Israel. It was badly hit after months of airstrikes, followed by an Israeli ground invasion. One of dozens of towns in the Hezbollah-dominated south that have been no-go zones for months. Until now.
Now that I'm standing here in this square surrounded by all these completely destroyed buildings, it's breathtaking. Like the scale of the destruction here. I can't imagine this could ever be rebuilt to what it was like. And it's so odd being juxtaposed against the beautiful mountains. It's in total ruin.
Darren, now we can walk everywhere. We can, yes.
Yeah,
we can
okay,
take
great.
videos.
How do you feel looking at all this now?
Man,
I mean, you've heard a lot about what happened here. Now you see it with your own eyes.
yes. Man, it's my village. Looking at it destroyed in a barbarian way. So, yes. But again, it's destroyed now. I'll make sure to invite you when we rebuild it. Because we will rebuild it. We will never leave our land. Anyway. So my grandfather's house is here. So this is it's gone, I don't know. It was a small house, very small house. We had a nice garden, we had some. It's like I'm standing above there where my father was born here. My father was born here, and this is his house.
Qiyam is a rural town known for olives, mountains, and beautiful valleys. Today, we're not the only ones surveying the damage here.
So, the Prime Minister was visiting here.
Why was he visiting?
Maybe he's checking. So the government just received the trust of the parliament, and this is his first visit along with the army leader.
This is the new government since the war?
Yes. So this is the new government.
Since the full-scale war, the new government has been trying to reassert control of the south. Israeli forces were in the town just a few weeks before our arrival. Now they've left. This is Ibrahim's first chance to see what has become of his own home.
I can't see it. This was the door.
What do you see, Ibrahim?
Yeah. This was one of my dreams. I bought this land. I bought it. I did not inherit it. And I bought this, I built this house so my kids belong to this land. And because I wanted to feel that feeling of belonging. So this is my house, this is my hometown. Okay, now it's destroyed.
A few years ago, Ibrahim lost his life savings in Lebanon's banking crisis. Now, war has taken his home.
They destroyed my house like they destroyed everything in this village and everywhere else. No one was here. I guarantee no one even was next to the house.
Why do you think they targeted this house?
Not only this house, because they targeted everything beautiful. This house was a beautiful house. They are terrorists. They are. So Israel is a state of terrorism.
When asked about Ibrahim's house, an Israeli defense spokesperson said the strike was targeting terror infrastructure. Ibrahim denies any Hezbollah links. He even ran against Hezbollah as an independent in parliamentary elections a few years ago to represent this region, which is so close to his heart.
It took me years to build this house. It did not happen in one day. But I will rebuild it. It's a promise.
Hezbollah's yellow flag is everywhere in Kiyam. The Shia militant group and political party formed in violent resistance to Israel's invasion of southern Lebanon in 1982. It's woven into the fabric of Shia communities like Kiyam. And I'm told many local men died fighting for Hezbollah against Israel in recent months. Their bodies are still being found under rubble. Before the war, Hezbollah's armed wing was reportedly stronger than Lebanon's official army. Not anymore. And pressure now grows for the group to fully disarm. The war here started a day after Hamas-led militants from Gaza attacked Israel on October 7, 2023. Hezbollah began firing rockets and missiles at Israel, saying it was in solidarity with Palestinians. Israel responded, hitting Hezbollah's military and leadership. Then, in October 2024, Israeli ground forces entered southern Lebanon. By December, 1.3 million Lebanese were displaced and at least 4,000 had died, half of them civilians. While across the border, tens of thousands of Israelis were displaced and at least 120 killed, including some 80 soldiers. In a ceasefire agreement negotiated in November, Israel was to withdraw from Lebanon and Hezbollah was to move north of the Litani River. But both accused the other of violations. Israel continued airstrikes and house demolitions against what they said were Hezbollah targets and infrastructure, finally pulling back in February to 5 strategic positions still inside Lebanon.
This is the Lebanese army. They've blocked the road off here, and civilians and press aren't allowed to go any further. That's because Israel has a position up on that hill.
The soldiers warned me not to walk any further.
For days, the car comes from there, and he fires on him.
Really?
Yeah.
A civilian car?
Yes, civilian car.
Did they hit the car? Did they hit the car?
Yes, hit.
Israel's foreign minister says the buffer zone occupation is necessary for their security. Lebanon's new government says it's a threat to peace and stability in the country. Lebanon is divided along sectarian lines, roughly split between Christians, Shia Muslims and Sunni Muslims. Here, religious identity impacts people's politics, and Hezbollah commands unwavering loyalty amongst many of Lebanon's Shias, in part because of its late, long-time charismatic leader.
Tens of thousands of people have descended on the Lebanese capital here, Beirut, for the funeral of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, who was killed in an Israeli airstrike in September last year. But one of the ideas of this gathering, we've been told, is to show that whilst Hezbollah may have been smashed militarily by Israel, that they're still a force to be reckoned with.
Beirut's National Stadium. Whoa. It's standing room only, with many more outside.
It's really a who's who of the Shia community in the Middle East all come here to pay their respects to Hassan Nasrallah.
In the West and in Israel, Hezbollah is designated a terrorist organization, and Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah was its leader. But amongst his supporters, he was beloved, the heart and soul of Hezbollah, and a father figure for many of Lebanon's Shia Muslims.
هيدا نهار بيعني هو عز كرامة فخر لإلي رفع راس هذا بيعني لي هيدا كله الحمد لله بفضل دماء الشهداء والسيد حسن هيدا بيعني لنا رمز وقف ضد أكبر طاغية بالعالم اللي هي أمريكا وإسرائيل.
هذا النهار بالنسبة لاستشهاد السيد حسين من أصعب الأيام علينا على فراغ ما بننكسر بإذن الله.
Israel and the US accuse Hezbollah of being an Iranian proxy force, funded and armed by Tehran. But Hezbollah was also born out of a popular homegrown resistance to Israeli occupation. And Israel used today's funeral to send a message.
That was 5 Israeli fighter jets.
As the jets flew over Beirut, the Israeli defense minister said on social media, those who threaten to destroy Israel will specialize in funerals, and we will specialize in victories. For supporters of Hezbollah, Israel remains the ultimate enemy. Only now, their leader, Sayed Hassan Nasrallah, is no more.
Many people here, most perhaps, are still trying to process the fact that he's dead. The question is, what does that mean for Hezbollah? What is Hezbollah without Nasrallah? And what does that mean for Lebanon?
I want to know how other Shias who've lost everything in this war now view Hezbollah's role in it all. This area, the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon's east, is another Hezbollah bastion.
I have many other pictures. They are all...
Muhammad is a local Shia man. Before the war, he imported chocolate and his wife worked for the United Nations. This is your family. What were their names?
Jad and Dina Adam. The small boy and my wife.
In September 2024, Muhammad's life was upended when an Israeli missile struck their house, killing his wife and youngest child. His eldest son survived, but was severely injured.
His injury from the other side, look.
Oh, yeah.
Look this side, the normal one, and his injury here.
Oh, wow. Is it scarring?
Yeah. He need 2 years just to be, maybe also his face 90% as before.
Muhammad spent 20 days in hospital after the strike.
And this is it. This is what's left of it. What happened here?
So they sent a warning that at 5 p.m. they would start bombarding the...
Israel sent the warning.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard the missiles coming. I saw the lightning. And everything was shut down, and I'm hearing everything was collapsing.
In a decision that haunts him, Muhammad and his wife stayed in their house despite the Israeli warning to evacuate. He says they weren't connected to Hezbollah and they believed their suburb was free of any militant fighters. They thought the warning was a mistake.
I lost 6 members of my family here. My wife, my son, my father, my sister, my brother and his wife. They all passed away.
Israel's Defense Force confirms striking Muhammad's house, saying it was targeting terror infrastructure. But Muhammad says neither he nor his family have any Hezbollah links.
No warehouses, no weapons, nothing at all, nothing related to the war, nothing related to the parties fighting each other, and still they targeted our house.
Although Israel fired the missile that killed his family, Muhammad also holds Hezbollah responsible.
I'm very curious to know how you feel about Hezbollah's role in the broader conflict. Do you see them as being responsible at all for what's happened here?
Yeah, definitely. Because at the beginning they start supporting the war in Gaza. Our houses, our lives, our jobs, our businesses, they were all destroyed to support some kind of actions happened outside Lebanon. My own point of view, you should only protect your land and only what happened inside our country. We don't have anything related to support any kind of military action outside Lebanon. So, responsibility, definitely they have responsibility also.
What do you think when you come down here? What do you feel when you come down here?
Feeling anger,
how speaking out against Hezbollah was seen by many as unthinkable. Now, that's beginning to change.
بنتعرض أكثر من مرة لمحاولة قتل. مرة صدم بسيارة أنا وكنت راكب على موتوسيك. مرة تانية بيهجموا لعندي على المحل. بتصور أنه صار الوقت كتير مناسب لحتى نخلص من هذا التسلط.
Local Shia shop owner Mahmoud Shaib risks his life to challenge Hezbollah.
Hello, Mahmoud.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for meeting with me. So this is your warehouse?
Yes.
Mahmoud's town, like much of southern Lebanon, was hit heavily in Israeli airstrikes. A missile struck this nearby building, blowing open the roller doors to his warehouse. And he says Hezbollah pounced.
سرقوا كل المحل. هاي كل المحل كان مليان للسقف بضاعة.
The green graffiti labelled him a traitor.
ليش أنا بالذات سرقوني حزب الله مش حدا تاني؟ لأنه أنا معارض سياسي لإلهم وعندي رأي وفكر حر، وبالأخص بموضوع الحرب يلي أنا كنت رافضها كليا. للأسف من بعد عملية 7 أكتوبر اللي صارت بغزة، قرر حزب الله بقرار أحادي بفتح جبهة سماها جبهة إسناد. بما أنك أنت هجمت، أعطيت الذريعة لإسرائيل أنها تقصف المدنيين.
Mahmoud has filed a lawsuit against the entire Hezbollah leadership over the theft in his warehouse.
نحن بدنا نحاول ننظف هذا البلد، بدنا نحاول نأمن مستقبل كتير نظيف وبيستاهلوه أولادنا والأجيال القادمة. لذلك رغم كل شيء عم بيصير معنا، رغم تعرض حياتنا للخطر وحتى لعائلتي الصغيرة كمان للخطر، ولكن هذا الشيء ما بيخلينا نخاف، ما بيخلينا نتراجع.
With Hezbollah's forces weakened from its bruising war with Israel, it seems the courage to speak out is growing. And to demonstrate this, Mahmoud has invited me to a meeting of Shias in Beirut, planning a political alternative to Hezbollah.
شو رأيكم بالجنازة اللي كانت نهار الأحد؟
إنه هاي الجموع اجت لتودع الماضي مش لتبصم على المستقبل.
This is Mohammed Barakat. He's a prominent Lebanese journalist and co-founder of this group, which calls itself Towards the Rescue.
اليوم صار عنده خيار، أو إذا بأفضل الحالات خيارين الشاب الشيعي: أما الهجرة أما الالتحاق بحزب الله ويصبح مشروع شهيد. أصبحت بيئة تصدر الشباب إما للموت إما للهجرة. آن الأوان للتغيير.
مش كل الشيعة يؤمنون إنه القتل والموت هو الوسيلة الوحيدة لنقدر نكون موجودين بهالحياة، بحاجة لوسيلة أخرى.
Their aim is to form an alternative to Hezbollah, for Shias, by Shias. A new peaceful resistance, if you will, against the old resistance.
نحن مشروعنا هو لحتى ناخد الشيعة يرجعوا على حضن الدولة ويبطلوا طائفة مسلحة تأتمر من إيران.
How confident are you that that will actually happen, that enough Shia will walk away from Hezbollah for a different path?
It looks like there is a big change in the minds of the people, as we can see our relatives, our friends, for the first time in our lives. So when we are in a mall or in the street, Shia stopped us. They took pictures. They said, "You are right. We support you."
But how did they treat you before the war? Was it different before the war?
Yeah, before we were Zionists for them.
Really?
Oh, of course. We were Zionists. We were spies. We were working for Israel, working for America.
And now that there's been such a turnaround that they're shaking your hand.
There's a big turnaround. Not all of them, but for the first time in my life, it's been a big change in how the Shia community look at us. And Based on that, we are willing to do something in the next elections. And we will
In the Lebanese parliament, seats are divided between the religious sects. Shias and Sunnis account for 27 each, and Christians account for 64. Muhammad's party is aiming to secure a handful of the Shia allocation.
We have 27 members of parliament who are Shia. If we took 2 or 3 or 4 at this election, it's enough.
Lebanon is emerging from the ashes of full-scale war, but fears remain the fragile truce could falter. Just a few days ago, rockets from Lebanon were fired at Israel. Though Hezbollah denies responsibility, it prompted a swift retaliation, with Israeli strikes on southern Lebanon killing at least 7 people. Israel says they hit Hezbollah targets. Weakened, Hezbollah faces an uncertain future. In the Beirut suburb of Dahya, a Hezbollah stronghold, some supporters still pay homage to their once powerful leader Sayed Hassan Nasrallah at the site of the targeted airstrike that killed him last year. These men are collecting dirt from this makeshift shrine and say they will continue to support Hezbollah against Israel.
فحتما هذا التراب يكون أرض مطهر وتراب مبارك أيضا. نحن الآن لبينا النداء وسنكمل الطريق بإذن الله. حتما سنحرر القدس على يد راية حزب الله وراية محور المقاومة.
But other Lebanese Shias are now pushing for a different path, and they hope this could be the tipping point.
If you're not being optimistic now with all this destruction and all this changement, then you are saying that Hezbollah is our destiny.
We had enough, more than enough with it. From 40 years till now, we had always wars and killing. So really the Lebanese people had enough.
Even it will take me 20 years, I will still come, stay in a tent, enjoy the nature, make barbecue with my kids, with my family. But we will never leave this land. We will never leave it. It's our land.